Good morning. Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. It is Sunday morning, and I'm out here messing around with some equipment that I bought way back in January. I bought myself this nice rigid vacuum, okay, per recommendation from a guy who does a lot of gutter cleaning over in Vancouver, named Rick. So Rick from Vancouver, thank you very much. But I bought this stuff back in January and haven't bothered putting it together. And I'm going to spend some time today doing so. Okay, I'm going to turn this around, show you what we got. We got several pieces of equipment. I bought this extra hose. This one is a 20-foot long hose. Here is an additional 10-foot hose. And we got the 16-gallon, 6.5 horse rigid vac with wheels, stainless steel, all that fun stuff. Also, some of you guys may remember earlier this year, I bought these Tucker poles. They're aluminum, they extend. I was trying to fit them onto a blower. Wasn't real happy with it, they're kind of heavy. So anyway, we're gonna rig that up today to this and see how it's gonna work. It's very likely that there's a Skyvac in my near future. I'm looking at the Mighty Atom, simply because it's light and small and will be a nice step forward for me with the carbon fiber poles. You know, I think that's gonna be the key to any of this, is the weight that you're swinging over your head is what wears you out all day long. So, you know, I got a lot of gutter cleaning here in New England. I need an additional tool on the truck. This isn't going to be the only thing that we use, but I do have a lot of occasion where this could save me a trip on a ladder for gutters that are really high. They don't have a lot in them, okay? I know it doesn't work for everything, and this is where we're going to start. Check it out. All right, so here's my unboxing on the vacuum. This came from Home Depot, by the way, but this is a nice stainless steel bucket on here. Nice big drain plug. Okay, it's got a nice open, pretty big chute here. Hopefully we won't get too many clogs. I understand that the professional vacuums discharge differently at more of an angle to create more of a cyclone. This tube comes into the bin straighter, and that's why they don't clog so much. But we're gonna give this one a try. It's very well built, very sturdy. Comes with some big wheels for the back, lever so we can kind of hand cart it around. It's not especially light, I must say. You know, I'm not gonna really like lugging it around, but it's not really that much heavier than the tools I'm using now when you consider moving a ladder. Okay, it is the rigid 6.5 16, okay? Let's put it together. All right, there it is, all built. Pretty happy with it. Pretty sturdy, nice big wheels in the back. Hand truck kind of feel, nice and light. Should move pretty easy through most lawns. Fairly well made. Only took me about 10 minutes to build. We got that ready to go, and I'm starting to work on the Tucker poles. I bought this extension, or it came with it, I think, 10-foot extension, and it just happens to fit into the Fernco fitting that I had slipped on here perfectly. So it goes around the pipe and is, you know, there's a sleeve, like it's just a little slot. And this is what was fitting on my leaf blower, and this happened to just fit right in there perfectly, and it's nice and snug. So I'm gonna hook it up, put a nozzle on the end, and see what we get for suction. All right, I wound up having to take the stock 10-foot piece out. I need to get an adapter to make it all work the way I want. But I got the 20-foot that I bought and the 10-foot extra that came with it. I kind of like that being the end tube. It's got these nice rubber fittings that slide right on here. These are nice and tight. I don't think they're gonna come off. And I got the Tucker pole with the aluminum head sitting right there. These are nice poles. I bought 3 of these poles so we can get up 30-35 feet, and I think the set was like $600. They're not cheap. In retrospect though, they are, you know, I cheaped out. I still spent $600, but I cheaped out. I should have bought the carbon fiber poles. I'm sure that's where I'm going to wind up. Same thing with the vacuum system. I'm sure I'm going to wind up with a Skyvac or something, you know, much upgraded. You know, but this is, I think, how we all start with homeowner stuff and learn and evolve and etc. But we're gonna make these work for the rest of this season, and this winter I think we're gonna buy a Skyvac. But let's check it out. Turn this thing on, it's nice and quiet. And we got a lot of suction right here. All right, so that's cool. The other thing that's cool, which is another thought we have in process, Quinn and I are figuring out how to like ground mount or hand truck mount a leaf blower to use as a blower, and do this same kind of thing so we don't have to lug it around. But this acts as a blower also. Connect that right there. All right, now we got a blower. Alright, probably not as much force as my leaf blower. But let's see what we can do with this. Alright, here we go. First attempt, all set up. I got 30 feet of extension on there. I got one pole, that's all I need. I'm just gonna try to vacuum that one little gutter out and see how it goes. You know, you can already see that the inconvenience with this is gonna be, you know, dragging electricity around, obviously moving the machine around. That's why I wanna maybe go to something gas powered. We'll see what happens next. Let's give it a try. Put it back on the suction side. It's a little bit heavy to be using with one hand, but it's not very high. Let's see. I don't really think there's gonna be much in this gutter because I know a guy who does gutter cleaning, so he keeps them pretty good. And of course we can't see. Oh, I can hear some stuff there. And if there's gonna be anything, it should be here. Oh, see, we got some clumps. Oh, pine needles. Oh, see, therein lies the problem, see? Oh, it went. Not too bad. I think pine needles are gonna be the problem. At least that's what I hear. And I really don't think we got any kind of serious suction here either, so. All right, I'm gonna switch it over to blower and see what that feels like. Okay, there we go, hose reversed over to the blower side. Of course, again, there's nothing in here. We just wanna see how it feels. I can tell you that I'm not a big fan of the metal head. It's a little clunky. We're definitely moving some stuff. Oh yeah, we got dust moving out the end there. Nice. All right, that wasn't too bad. Let's go try another one. All right, so I'm in the backyard with this setup. You know, I already don't like dragging it around. It does move easily. I suppose it'd be no harder than moving a ladder. And it certainly isn't taking me any more time, ultimately. This is the back of my house. That gutter gets clogged quite often because it's pitched wrong. I gotta get that pitched correctly, it'll help. But this tree obviously dumps a lot in there. And then this high gutter gets all these pine needles. And all these pine needles go on my pool. So up there on the high gutter it's a 5-inch wide gutter, so it's oversized with a downspout on each end to help, you know, a lot of water comes off of this roof. So we put gutter guards on there and all the pine needles sit right on top. So we got the vacuum set up. Patrick's out here with me right now. Say hey, Patch.
Hey.
And we're gonna, you know, do our thing. So this is the Tucker pole. This is one Tucker pole with the Fernco fitting like I showed you, and its extension is completely sleeved inside of itself right now, except for about, you know, 7 or 8 inches, which I clamped to give some rigidity. And then this is the second pole, extended about, you know, 4 or 5 feet. So that's 8, 16, roughly 20, 21 feet with the snorkel on top. And you can see the pine needles, should be able to see them, kind of creeping over the edge there. And we're gonna try to vacuum them up. I'm gonna hand the camera over to Patrick so you can get some real live view of my new trend-setting outfit. switching over to blower. Boom. Now it's a blower. Let's give that a try. See if there's anything else left up there.
So it's like a leaf blower now,
Yeah.
with a huge extension.
It's not as powerful as a leaf blower, but
It'll move that little stuff.
should move what's left up there. If there's anything left up there. Definitely.
Yeah, there's some stuff right there.
Oh, my hose gate disconnected again. I walked too far away. So that worked pretty good, but you saw that I was probably could have done some of this with just a stick, probably with the vacuum off. You know, I was pushing stuff off, which is fine. I don't care how it comes down, it's down. You can see all of this is on the ground. Right, so now I'm going to shorten this, do that little gutter, and then we'll see what we have in the bin. All right, let's see what's in here. A couple quick clips. Oh yeah, get about a third of a bin. Not too bad. A lot of pine needles. That all came from up top here in the back. So yeah, I'm reasonably happy with the setup. We'll put it into some, daily use and see how we like it. I think I may go buy a small generator because I'm not going to want to be finding power, dragging things around, and maybe do, some more heavy duty type of hand truck where we can have the vacuum and the generator all mounted together. We'll go look at a Honda 2000 or something like that I can also use for camping. Okay, this won't take much more than that, so I'm sure this will run off of that, no problem. Here we go. Have a good time, guys. Catch you soon. All right, we're not done yet. This is what I'm talking about. I want to set up a blower with the tube extension, so I'm not carrying that thing with 20 feet of tubes on it, okay? Then if I have carbon fiber tubes, it could be real easy. These machines have a throttle lock on them, so you can rev it and lock it in position. This thing's just idling, putting out some decent air. And I've got the tube, it doesn't quite fit correctly. I'll have to do another type of Fernco closer up to the barrel. I would disconnect everything and have this connected like right at the orange part, permanent. Eliminate all of this. And like I say, a flex hose put right in there. But for now, this is jammed up there. It does have some air coming through it. Let's rev it up and see what happens. That's a fair amount of air. I would like more than that though. But that can work. Maybe I'll try hooking the 525 Husky up and see what that does. All right, I skipped right by the 525 and went for the backpack 350. This thing's got a lot of CFM. I forget what it is, but it puts out some nice air. I was able to temporarily duct tape a fitting together to see what we're gonna get. All right, and this thing's putting out a lot of volume. I only got one extension on there. Let's start it up and see how she wants to run. Let's see. All right, so this is the contraption we built right now. Put a fitting on here. Pretty serious. Working pretty good. Check it out. throttle lock here. We'll give that a try.